watching Super Chat on WCCB Charlotte CW. I am your host, Just Jess, here with Hector Mirai and Matt Starnes. Matt is working with the Geek Gala. Hector is going to be at Fayetteville Comic Con this week. We're going to get to all that soon, but we got to talk about Arrow. The big thing, did you guys guess? Spoilers, were you right on your predictions of who died on the island?
There's still a couple things I'm curious about, so I don't think I'm right. So yeah.
I'm not going to say I was right, but I also don't take anything for face value.
Yes.
Like anybody they say is dead is probably going to be back in 30 minutes anyway.
Yes, it's like a soap opera. Yes. Yeah. So it's a big premiere. We see that Thea is in a coma. Samantha's the mom's name. Yeah, has passed, and now Oliver is taking care of Willie, and it's not going great. You know. Which makes me kind of sad for Ollie.
Daddy issues, as you were saying.
There's a lot of father relationships in this. Quentin dealing with the whatever is going on with Laurel. Okay, so Quentin thinks he killed Laurel, and then Laurel is back to life. And now we're talking about Black Siren Laurel, and that's not her daughter, his daughter. So she like, he's having a lot of identity crisis and everything, and I feel bad for the poor guy. He's been through a lot.
He's been through probably more than anybody else in the series.
The show. Yeah. Really, they should just let him retire. Like they could cut to like a flash forward of Quentin somewhere on a happy island with a Mai Tai and just let him be. But yeah, Laurel is a lot. She's doing a lot this episode. I don't love this new. Well, here's the thing. I like her being a bad gal better than I liked the other character. But I don't love how. I think it's because she's actually doing a really good job of being mean. But I don't like this Black Siren. But I think there's something to do with this year's big villain with her. Who is she working for? Thoughts?
I'm honestly out of predictions at this point.
Yeah. I know for Arrow, we're like, it's a season 6. But I think this season is off to a way better start than last year. I think I'm always an Arrow fan. It's it's what's prompted the whole Arrowverse.
It's the cornerstone of it, yeah.
Yeah, and I like where things are going. I like that we don't know who the villain is yet. It's clearly somebody in the shadows working with Laurel, but we don't know everything yet. Any predictions on why she took the T-spheres from Mr. Terrific?
I think that was her payment for being rescued.
You think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
Now, the two villains are predicted to be Michael Emerson and then Richard Dragon. Richard Dragon seems kind of more of like a street thug kind of guy, where Michael Emerson kind of seems more like a mastermind. Well, I'm guessing. I'm just predicting. Do you think she's more working for Richard Dragon or Michael Emerson?
I really feel there's going to be more up the line of an Al Ghul somewhere in here.
Okay.
Just because they even mentioned about one of the Al Ghuls being back.
Yeah.
And they've really dipped heavily into that, and I could see that coming, but I don't see Richard Dragon being.
No, he's not heavy enough. Do you think that Laurel was actually dead on the island, and that maybe she was brought back to life?
I don't think so.
No.
I really feel like he pulled that shot, like.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean she died. He could have shot her, and she could have lived.
No, I mean, I think he shot her, but I think he didn't shoot to kill.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you pulled the shot. Oh, I don't know shot terms. I don't know. Okay, so he pulled the shot. He didn't really hit her. I think that is a good point. I would believe that because I don't think he could physically do it, looking at what appears to be his daughter's face. Deathstroke is back, though, and he's going to be back to stay. We're going to get to learn more about the origin of him. What do you think he's looking for his son for?
Guilt.
Guilt?
Yeah, I think it's just, if you saw how heavily he clung to everything with Shadow and everything else, knowing that he has a son that is in peril basically on his behalf or anything else, that's going to be something he's going to deal with.
Yeah. I want to know what his son is up to, because we did see in those crossover episodes back in the future of Star City that his son was bad, right? He was really bad. Yeah. So I think, if I'm remembering everything correctly, it's been a lot. It's been years.
And his son in the comics,
Jericho.
He started off as a good character at helping the Titans, and then he changed and went bad. It's gone back and forth, so it's interesting to see.
So I think he's bad. I think he's trying to find his bad son. And we're going to learn more about Deathstroke. Also, Oliver has been unmasked. Will he get out of this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Of course.
Again.
Yes. But
I mean, there was a whole comic run where that happened too. That as mayor of Star City, he got unmasked.
Okay.
And so this is playing it pretty close to, like, source material.
But like, who wouldn't? At this point, I'd be like, Mayor, you've been CrossFitting a lot. Like, what's going on? Like, it's kind
You have
of
the
obvious.
same stubble as Green Arrow.
Yeah, also your face is similar. Yeah, that's the only. I know you have to bend reality and perception, but I'm surprised. And if you do the math, when did the Vigilante start coming out? 5, 6 years ago when he got off the island. So, you know.
There's no reason you should live in that city and not know this by now.
Yes, and the FBI being in, they come on, please figure it out, FBI. Yeah.
This isn't the first time he's been called out as the Arrow either.
Right.
So this should kind of be a dumb moment.
And the first time he did it on purpose, so it was,
Is there a world that we could live in where people do know he's the Arrow and that's okay?
They could actually, yeah. And as you mentioned, they did it in the comics.
That was a comic run, where they did that.
Maybe it's the time.
But I'll just say this: Deathstroke and the hospital scene looked like Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I see where you're going here.
He was getting a little older, yeah. Oh, but I love Deathstroke. Well, take a look at this trailer for tomorrow night's episode of Arrow, and we're gonna be right back to talk about what these guys are up to.
You were on the news last night wearing the outfit of a known criminal.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I am not the Green Arrow.
My best friend is under a microscope by everyone in this city and the FBI.
I'm not the man you think I am.
I'll find out.
Arrow, all new this Thursday at 9/8 Central on the CW.